Louisiana beer reviews, victories, Storm King Imperial Ale, 9.1% alcohol, brewed in Pennsylvania. This beer uses 3 types of imported barley malts, 2-row barley malt, whole flour American hops. It gets an exceptional score on Beer Advocate. The brewers scored only good, however. Not that to say good is bad, obviously. 100 out of 100 on Rate Beer, a 96 out of 100 for the style, and an outstanding score on the Beer and Me. So it's mostly getting super high scores. I've never had it. I bought this at Whole Foods Market not Whole Foods Market, I'm sorry, Cost Plus World Market in the Woodlands, Texas, excuse me. I don't think I've ever had anything from Victory. Well, after wandering through the wasteland of Leinenkugel's, Full Sail, and New Belgium beers of the last week or so, hopefully I'll be getting something that's tolerable or enjoyable. I don't mind paying the money, but golly, when I drink a beer and it's inferior to Schlitz, and I'm not putting down Schlitz. Schlitz is a very good beer, I think, but it's a cheap beer, and when I drink an expensive beer that's inferior to Schlitz or Coors Banquet beer, I get aggravated. Okay. Oh yeah, I do see some smoke. It's very overcast, and it's an ugly day, but at least it's warm, and I can't take the cold weather. Like I always tell people, Louisiana's too cold for me. And it's probably gonna rain. It might start raining while I'm doing the review. Ooh. Medium beige head, and the appearance is dark brown, essentially black. It's about as dark a brown as you can get without being black. Let's go with the aroma. Oh, that is dark roasted. Dark roasted, sweet, astringent. It's kind of rough, but golly, at least it's got some character and it's got some presence. I like it. Let's go with the flavor. Yeah, that's bitter, that's harsh, it's chocolatey, it's coffee-like, it's astringent, it's super bold. Get dark cherries, dark fruit. And if you've drunk Imperial Stouts before, you know all these attributes that I'm talking about. They're just strong, strong, strong. I think that was $1.99. Because it seemed like World Market had this thing. You could make your own 6-pack, and then it didn't matter what the price was on the shelf. It would average to $1. It would be $1.99 a bottle. Well, so that's like $12. No, it wasn't that much. I'll take that back. No, it was like $8. I don't know what I'm talking about. It was like $8 something a 6-pack. Yeah, maybe it was $8.99 a 6-pack. Yeah, so that's cheaper than $1.99 a bottle. But it was a good deal, so I just started pulling stuff. I made like 5 6-packs. Ooh, I bought so much stuff in the Woodlands. Over $130 worth. Okay, well, anyway, it tastes great. So creamy, and chocolatey, and fruity, and etc., etc., etc. The mouthfeel is heavy and syrupy. It's not super heavy, but it's heavy, and the finish is like kind of dry and powdery and harsh, but it's not bad harsh. It's like good harsh. It's like man up beer. You know what I mean? It's not like harsh that you don't like it. It's harsh that you feel like I don't know. I was gonna say you feel like you're really becoming somebody when you drink it. You know what I mean? It's fun to drink. It's like I'm out of the wasteland. I was getting so aggravated drinking all these dull, depressing, insipid, non-flavorful beers. And they cost as much as this. I mean, the Canoe Paddler from Lion and Kugel's, the Full Sail Nut Brown Ale, and all that New Belgium slop. And that's a relative term, slop. I mean, if somebody gave it to you and you drank it, I guess it wouldn't be slop. But if you got to pay that kind of money for it, it's garbage. And you got to use something like Budweiser and Coors Banquet and say Schlitz as a baseline. There's a whole lot of beers, craft beers included, that don't come up to that level. They just really, frankly, they're not as good as those. And they cost way more. And then there's some that cost a lot more, like this, or relatively more, cost relatively more, but they're way better. I mean, obviously this is better than Schlitz in the overall scheme of things because it's a rich fudge, it's even fudge, and so you don't mind paying. Look at that creamy head. But if you're going to charge craft beer prices and you can't do better than Schlitz and Budweiser, then hey man, shut down, go out of business. And there's a lot of people out there, let's be honest, that really need to do that. But it's going to happen. There's going to be a shakeout in the craft beer world, I think, in the next few years because the market is being flooded. And there's a lot of people out there that got no business being out there. I don't think. Anyway, enough ranting. I'm already being told by some viewers to put out my crazy rant video when I did the Nut Brown Ale from Full Sail, and I'm scared to put that up. But anyway, I think this is fabulous. Let's get back to this. It's wonderful. You want to try a great beer, and I mean an astoundingly great beer, let's get real. Get something nice like this. Hey, this is an A+ all the way. It's a great. You rescued me, Victory Storm King, from the doldrums. A great beer. Les Bon Temps Roulé. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.